Hey guys, today I'm filming my Hit It or Quit It thoughts on hauls number 29. If you guys have never seen this video from me before, I have my playlist linked down below. And basically I'm going to be reviewing all the products I featured in a haul video from 10 months back, letting you know my current thoughts on those products. Oftentimes once you see products featured in a haul, you never hear them mentioned again unless it's in a favorites or in empties. So in these videos, I like to review every single product. My inspiration for this series is it's Kristen and her What I Thought on Stuff I Bought series. I'll have her channel and her playlist linked down below. I will also link down below the original haul video, and I will be listing and linking all the items that I mentioned. So this was an extremely large haul. This was my Christmas haul from last year, so I have quite a bit of things. I actually don't have a lot of them here to share with you because I've used them up or I returned them, decluttered them, but I have a lot of products still, so this is going to be an extra long video. First, I had purchased 3 of the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip glosses. Last year during Black Friday, I believe these were on sale for $10, which is fantastic. I had purchased 2 of the new fall shades and one of her original shades. So I have the shades Kristen, Dusty Lilac, and Peony. Here's some swatches of Kristen, Dusty Lilac, and Peony. These lip glosses are extremely opaque in one swipe. I love wearing these on their own. I don't think these would be that great as a lipstick topper because they're so opaque it's going to completely cover up the lipstick you have underneath. But I've actually worn Kristen quite a few times over the past couple weeks just wearing it to class, and I absolutely love it. These do have a bit of a thicker texture which helps them last longer, but they are not sticky whatsoever. They're super comfortable, so I definitely recommend these glosses. I believe full price are only $16, which is really great for a lip gloss, and you do get a ton of products, so definitely do recommend these. I had also hauled some Anastasia single shadows. Those were the first 4 shadows I'd ever tried out. As you can see now, I do have quite a few more. So the shades I hauled would be Pink Champagne and Truffle Glitter. Both of those are titanium finishes. I also hauled Dusty Rose and Birkin, which are more matte finishes. I absolutely love the Anastasia eyeshadow singles. I need to use these more, but as you can see, I've got 2 rows of titanium and I do have a row of mattes. These are amazing. The titanium shadows are similar to Makeup Geek foil shadows. They are just extremely pigmented, have a really pretty shimmery metallic-y finish to them, and the mattes are super pigmented and blendable as well. I'm really impressed with Anastasia's single eyeshadow quality, and I would highly recommend them. Speaking of Makeup Geek, I had also gotten quite a few Makeup Geek shadows for Christmas. I had gotten the shades Petal Pusher, Carnival, Curfew, Dragonfly, Desert Sands, and Streampunk, which is a duochrome shade. So I'd be lying to you if I said that I have used all of these shades. I know I've used Petal Pusher and I've used Desert Sands, but I don't think I've used any of the other ones. I'm so mad at myself. This whole colorful row here, I love these type of shades. I think they're so pretty, but I don't wear them so often. I just was drawn in by the pretty colors. So I'm trying to be a lot smarter about the single shadows that I purchase. I'm glad these are very inexpensive and I am happy to have them. The quality is amazing. I love Makeup Geek shadows and the matte formula is awesome, but I just haven't reached for any of these except for Petal Pusher and Desert Sands. Desert Sands is definitely my favorite. This is a really unique mustard type color and I really do enjoy that. So the formula is nice, but I just haven't reached for those shades. Next, I had purchased some things from Colourpop because I am an addict. I had purchased a lot of things from Kathleen Light's collab. And then I also had purchased one thing from the holiday collection. The one thing from the holiday collection was the eyeshadow in the shade DGAF. This is a metallic finish. This is a peachy pinky base with a ton of green glitter and shimmer on it. It's a really interesting shade. I've worn this recently and I really like it. It looks super cool on the eye, and I think this is a super unique shadow that I do highly recommend. I think this one is still available. Kathleen Lights had released the Where the Night Is quad, and I didn't purchase the quad. I only purchased 3 of the singles. I purchased Telepathy, which is an ultra metallic finish. I haven't used this a single time. I need to. Kathleen made a really pretty tutorial with it, so I need to try it out, but yeah, I think this color is super cool and unique, but I haven't worn it. Then I have Weenie, which is a pearlized finish, which is my favorite finish. This is a really pretty rose gold that leans more on the rosy side. I have worn this one quite a bit and I really love this shade. Then I have Porter, which is a metallic finish, and this is a really pretty burgundy. I don't think I've used this even once, so I definitely plan on using this one for sure. I love these type of shades. You guys just need to see my Colourpop eyeshadow collection. It's out of control. So definitely love all of those Colourpop shadows, even the ones that I haven't worn. I've swatched them and they're beautiful and they are really nice finishes. I love Colourpop shadows. Along with those eyeshadows, Kathleen had also released 2 Lippie stick and Lippie pencil combos. Aquarius, which was a light pinky nude, and Taurus, which was a yellowy brown. I didn't get Taurus, but I did get Aquarius. And the Lippie stick was a cream finish. I had actually put that in my declutter pile. It looked way more brown on me than pink, which was a bummer, and I also don't like the cream finishes very much. They look pretty, but the cream finishes have a stronger, sickeningly sweet scent I cannot get down with, and I just prefer the matte Lippie sticks from Colourpop, so I am going to be decluttering that one because the formula is not my favorite, but mostly because I don't like the shade on me. But the Aquarius Lippie pencil, on the other hand, I absolutely love. This is my most used lip liner. I've probably used a third of this. I use this all the time. The perfect pinky nude for my skin tone. This goes great with any nude and just really helps to define my lips. I love this lip pencil so much. This is a holy grail item of mine. If Colourpop is ever going to discontinue Aquarius, I'll probably purchase 2 backups. That's how much I love this. I love the Colourpop lip liner formula as well. I have gotten rid of all of my other lip liners and I only use these now because they're super opaque, but they glide on really nicely. They aren't really dry or really stiff, but they aren't overly creamy, so absolutely love this. Next, I had 2 products from MAC. I had one of the MAC Patent Polish lip pencils in the shade Make Me Proud. I did end up returning that because that shade was so similar to my natural lip color. I didn't feel it necessary to keep. I do, however, love the Patent Polish lip pencil formula. I have 3 shades of their permanent line and I'm absolutely in love with those colors and the formula, but the Make Me Proud shade just wasn't that exciting. And then I had purchased something from their holiday collection. This is a color Drenched pigment in the shade Tonight's the Night, a really pretty teal color. I've not used this one time. I know, it's a shame. I know I mentioned it to you guys a while ago, but I want to do some chit chat get ready with me's using unused makeup. So let me know if you guys are still interested in that. And then I had purchased 2 things from Clinique. The first item is one of their single eyeshadows. This is in the shade Raspberry Beret, a really nice matte formula. I purchased this because I got it really cheap and it is such a unique shade and actually a really nice formula. Both of the Clinique single shadows that I have, the formulas really are amazing. I've not used this one at all either. I don't know how to use this shade because it's so different and so pinky toned, so I need to just grow some balls and try out this color, but the formula is really nice. And then I purchased one of their Long Last Soft Matte Lipsticks in the shade Matte Beauty. I absolutely love this. This is a really pretty muted salmon color, which is one of my favorite kind of shades. This is a true soft matte, very comfortable formula. They only have a few shades in the matte line, and I would definitely recommend going in, giving them a look, see if you like any of the colors, because this formula is really nice and the Clinique lipsticks are a really good price. Next, I had gotten a bunch of drugstore products because all of the drugstore brands had just released all of their new products for the spring season. So the first thing I had purchased is the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water, and I have the waterproof version with the blue cap, and this is supposed to be a drugstore alternative to Bioderma. I have heard that the one with the pink cap, the non-waterproof, is more similar to Bioderma. I like this. It does a good job removing makeup. I definitely do prefer using my Neutrogena makeup removing wipes, and this definitely does leave my face feeling a bit greasy afterwards, so I really have just been using this to remove swatches, which is why I haven't gone through much of this. This is okay. I keep trying all these different cool makeup removing products and I always go back to my wipes, so I'm not going to repurchase this, but I do think it's a good product. So a lot of these drugstore things I have gotten rid of. First being the Makeup Revolution Matte Blush Infusion, a really beautiful shade, but I have 20 blushes like it, and I returned it because I felt like it wasn't necessary in my collection. It was a nice formula, but it didn't blow my socks off, and I had the same shade. Next thing I had hauled was the Maybelline Brow Pomade Crayon in the blonde shade. I do have a first impression, I will link up here. I did end up returning that. I liked it the first time I used it, but after that the tip had started to wear down a little bit, and it was just way too thick to draw on my brows. A really gimmicky product that I don't think works for a ton of people. I really mostly heard only negative reviews. Then I had tried out a bunch of things from L'Oreal, and I did do an entire What's New at the Drugstore L'Oreal review. I will have that linked up here because I've gotten rid of all the products except for one. I tried out 4 things and I returned 3 of them. The first was something that was on clearance. It was the L'Oreal Gold Dust Polish in the shade Hidden Gems. I have one of the other gold dust polishes in the Statement piece, which is a white gold color. It's amazing, but this one was terrible. This shade had a clear base, really thick, chunky glitter that just looked really patchy on my nails. It looked god-awful, so I did end up returning that. I used up the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in the shade Blonde. I don't like it. It is very similar to the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the NYX Micro Brow, but I don't think it performs near as well. I used that up in a month because I had to draw on the same spot over and over again. It did stick onto brow hair as well, but not onto skin. Like I said, I went over the same spot over and over and over again trying to build up the pigmentation. I know a lot of people love that, but that did not work for me whatsoever, so I definitely don't recommend that. I also returned the L'Oreal Mono Shadow in Teal Couture. The formula was really interesting. It had a little bit of a bounce to it like the Colourpop does, but I found it even harder to work with, and I really couldn't pick it up on a brush very nicely. And it looked okay, but it wasn't anything amazing. I knew it was a product I probably wouldn't reach for, and it would just sit in my collection. So for that reason, I returned it. Not because it was bad, but because it was just mediocre, and I probably wouldn't be using it. The only L'Oreal product I kept is the Infallible Pro Matte Gloss in the shade Blushing Ambition. This is a super interesting product. This is a matte lip gloss. This is not a liquid lipstick. It does have a bit of a sheen to it, just a tiny bit. It does look mostly matte on the lips, especially if you do blot a little bit with a tissue. This is actually super opaque, and it is a really moussey texture. It feels really comfortable on the lips, and what's super weird about this, but I love, is that it feels warming on your lips. Super weird, but I thought it was really cool. I also love this little triangle applicator. I feel like this is perfect to get around the Cupid's bow and the sides of your lips and to fill them in. Love the applicator. I don't love this shade as much. It definitely looks a lot brighter on me than it does in the tube. I haven't worn it in a while because this shade isn't terrible, but not my favorite. This line does have a lot of really pretty nude shades I think I would really enjoy. So this is definitely a good product, a really unique formula, but really nice. Then I tried a bunch of NYX products, which I actually did keep all of them. I also did a What's New at the Drugstore NYX review that I will have linked up here. First thing I have is the NYX Sculpt and Highlight Duo in the shade Taupe Ivory. Obviously this is the ivory shade and this is the taupe shade. This comes in quite a few different shades, but this is the lightest, and this is a really nice product. It comes with a doe foot applicator, and I really do like this. It is a really great color for me. It blends out really nicely, but I have not used this, I don't think, at all since my review. And I bought it because it's a unique, cool product. I want to try different highlight and contour, but I've since stopped buying liquid and cream products because I'm a powder person. Even though I like this, I reach for powders instead. So I need to try to use this more. Definitely at least use up the highlight shade, and this is matte on both ends. This isn't a shimmery highlight. This is more of like an under eye brightener kind of a shade. So I do recommend this. I think it is good quality, but I really haven't used it. Then I have the NYX Ombre Lip Duo in the shade Rags and Riches. There are quite a few shades in this range, and this one is definitely the most wearable. Some of the other shades, the lip liner is a really different color, or it's a lot darker than the lipstick. So the concept of this is that you have a double-ended lip product. On one side you have your lip liner, and on the other side you have your lip color. I do like the formula of these. They are really creamy, not too dry but not too creamy either. You don't get much product at all. This is basically all packaging. It is a cool product. It definitely does work, but I'm not really into the ombre lips. It's definitely not something that I reach for very often. I also don't think I've used this since my review, but it is a good quality product. So if you want to try the ombre lip trend, I absolutely would recommend these. Then I had purchased 2 of the newer shades of the NYX Butter Glosses. I think they now have 32 shades, which is amazing. The NYX Butter Glosses are my favorite drugstore lip gloss. These give a nice light medium opacity. They're really creamy, not sticky whatsoever. I think these shades are so gorgeous. I cannot wait to wear them this winter. So I love these 2 shades. I have Strawberry Cheesecake and Cranberry Biscotti. All of the other butter glosses I have are nudes, pinks, corals, so I was excited to try out some deep colors, and these actually were really opaque. So gorgeous. Highly, highly recommend these. Next, I had purchased one of the Urban Decay Moon Dust eyeshadows. This is in the shade Solstice, which you guys know is super duper popular. I haven't used it. I know. There are so many things in this haul I haven't used that it is just straight up embarrassing. So I'm excited to try these. I know a lot of people love them, but more as a topper. They have a lot of glitter to them, but not a lot of pigment. So better as a topper, but such a cool color. The next thing I have is a palette. This is the Balm in the Balm of Your Hand Greatest Hits Volume 1. I do have an entire palette of the month video on this. I will have that linked up here. So this is what the palette looks like. You get 3 blushes, a bronzer, you get a cream blush, a lipstick, and then you get 4 eyeshadows and a highlight. This is such a great quality palette. I love using the cheek products on the eyes as well. I didn't really use the cream blush and the lipstick, but hello. The fact that they have a separate flap for the cream products is absolutely amazing. The Balm is so considerate with their packaging. I think that this is a great way to test out the Balm products if you've never tried them before. The Balm is one of my favorite brands, so I was just really happy to have this and be able to try out some products that I don't already have in my collection. This unfortunately was a limited edition palette. I don't think it is around anymore, but this was really, really amazing, and I would recommend the Balm products as a whole. I feel like the quality of the products in this palette was exactly the same as the full-size products. So that was all of the makeup. Everything else I have is body or skincare products. The first thing I have is from Lush. This is the Charity Pot Hand and Body Lotion, and my mom had gotten this for me, hoping that this would really help my arms. I have keratosis pilaris on my arms, which would be white little bumps that get very red, especially when I'm hot, and I was hoping this would help make the bumps go away. Unfortunately, it didn't. I haven't really found anything that works, but this is a really nice lotion that I would recommend. This has a really sweet scent to it that I can't quite describe. I think it's nice, but a little sickeningly sweet for me. I haven't finished it up, as you can see, but I definitely would not repurchase this. Lush products are very expensive, and the smell of this lotion isn't my favorite. Then I had gotten 2 perfume gift sets for Christmas. The first is Marc Jacobs Daisy, one of my all-time favorite scents. This is so amazing. I feel like this is a really nice professional womanly scent, and it doesn't smell too old, it doesn't smell too young. A really nice floral. Absolutely love this. The other set I had was Vive la Juicy Noir. This is a lot spicier and deeper and stronger of a scent. I like this for fall, winter, or nighttime. And this is a super gaudy, ugly bottle, but the perfume itself smells amazing. So highly recommend this one as well. This and Daisy smell completely different, but I absolutely love them both equally, so recommend both of those perfumes. And then I had received some PR products from Seba Med. I had gotten their entire acne skincare line, as well as their natural deodorant. This is the Balsam deodorant for sensitive skin. It is aluminum free, and I was really interested to try this out because I'd been curious about natural deodorant, but I didn't think I could use it because I sweat too much. And at first when I started using this, I did really like it, but then I just started to get a little too sweaty. But this is a really nice deodorant though. It is one of those that has that little ball that you just roll onto your skin. This is nice, but not anything amazing. But this worked a lot better than I thought a natural deodorant would. So Sebamed's acne line is called Clear Face, and the first product from that line would be the cleansing foam. I know Clinique makes a cleansing foam with their acne line, and this is really good. I've been using this basically every single day for months and months and months. I think I'm like down to here. You don't need very much at all. I really like a foam cleanser. It's really nice for the morning time just to help give your face a really nice clean. I like to do a really deep clean at night, and in the morning I'm just trying to wash off the oil that came up throughout the nighttime. So I think this is actually really nice, and I do enjoy it. And then I have the Sebamed Clear Face Deep Cleansing Toner. I have recently used that up. That one was good, but I didn't like it as well as my Neutrogena Acne Stress Control Toner. That was my favorite, but I did enjoy the Sebamed. Next would be the moisturizer. This is the Clear Face Care Gel, and I didn't really like this. This consistency I didn't love on my skin. I definitely have other moisturizers that I prefer. I didn't use this up. I actually just moved on to some other products, so I don't love this one. And the last product from that line is the Clear Face Acne Spot Gel. This is a really nice spot treatment. I do like this, and I feel like it works really well. So guys, that was my extremely long Hit It or Quit It thoughts on hauls number 29. I would love to know your thoughts if you have tried out any of these products, and please let me know if you guys would be interested in a chit chat get ready with me using unused products. I really feel like I need to do that because, as you guys can tell, I have a lot of unused products, mostly eyeshadows. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.